welcome to the channel, and today I'm going to be doing my little how to kind of interior design and just decorate this house with you guys on camera. So I know I talked about making this video a long time ago, or like a few months ago, but I never made it, or I tried making it, but every time I would like start screen recording, for some reason I just wouldn't be able to decorate, and I guess I would like get in my head too much. But finally, I was able to sit down and decorate this home with you guys live. So here it is. I just built it pretty quickly, which is surprising because I struggled to make floor plans. It's kind of really difficult just to figure out where to place rooms and then hallways and stuff. But here you can see I'm just showing you guys a small tour of it completely empty. And you can see I just placed I already reserved a spot for a garage. So there's a garage door, and I just haven't put any doors at all or any wallpaper. So I will be putting the grid at the end, and I also will leave a little note to, if you guys just want to see the end and the full tour, I will leave the timing for that. But here I am already starting, and I'm just going to figure out what kind of front door I would like to choose. So I basically just go around and go through all of the doors and try to see which one matches and also what kind of style I'm going to want this home to be. So you can see me just trying to look for a door, and then I ended up just using the first one that I ended up choosing, so that one in the middle. Well, not the middle one, but the white one. So that's the one that I ended up choosing, but I did cut out a lot of the scrolling because this video would have been probably like 40 minutes long if I would have like left it all, all the footage unedited. But there you see, I took off the palm trees because I didn't really like the look that it was giving the home, and I did also add some of the little bushes just surrounding the home because I really like those. And then I decided just to add some planters because I like how they're really simple and they just give the home a nice fresh look. So I just added those planters, and I mix and matched the tall ones with the lower ones, and I just changed them to the grass little feature that we have there. So there it is, super cute. And then I'm just gonna go in and add a walkway patio to the front door, and it just connected to the driveway basically. So there I am choosing it and just adding the patio paving. So now I'm just gonna go around and choose windows, and the windows actually took me a while. For some reason I just couldn't decide which ones to choose, and I was just, mixing and matching them and then going to the exterior to see how everything looked. So there you saw me just look at the windows and see how it looks from the outside, and I ended up just choosing the classic homestead windows. Super nice, and again really simple. And then I'm just adding some lights for the outside. If you guys notice, I tend to do the exterior of the home first before I do the interior. I don't know why. I guess if I don't like the way the house looks from the outside, I will not enjoy decorating the interior, and I will probably end up just demolishing it. I don't know why. That's just how I am. I just don't like, if I don't like something, I just end up demolishing it, and then I just never get to tour it. So as you saw there, I just went quickly to the car dealership and I got a car, and I decided to use that little small blue car. And then again, I just added there just to make it more, I guess, realistic. And then I just was looking through my my new items tab, and because I just recently bought some online packs, so I was trying to decide what kind of furniture I was going to use in this home. So you can see there, I chose that pink little quote bed because I really liked it and I hadn't used it. I don't think I've ever used it actually. So I decided that I really wanted to use it for this home. And then you can see there, I already chose some sofas. So I chose those gray ones. And then I decided that I want this home to be very neutral, and then just like lots of grays and blacks. So with that idea, I thought of the classic homestead countertops, the ones that are black and white. And then so here I am just finding the appliances, and then I wanted to see if that stove would match with the countertops, so that's why I just placed it there on the side, and then I just decided to add it there in the island. So there it is, and then I removed that countertop because I didn't like the way it looked kind of awkwardly in the corner there. So now I'm going in to the wallpaper section and trying to decide what kind of wall color and the kind of scheme that I want for this room and basically for the entire house. So I just go around and try a lot of my favorite ones, and then I also try some feature walls just to see what would work. And then I found the homestead wallpaper where it's the tile and then half of it is paint on the top. So I decided just to put that feature wall only on the kitchen side, and then the rest of the walls would just be a gray or kind of like tan color. And then I added another feature wall on the opposite side of the pretty wood panels. So then I just go into the floors and try to see what kind of floors to try or that I would like. And then I just tried a bunch of wood ones, and then I saw this one and I really liked the way it looked. So you see me kind of going back to it a lot. And then I did end up buying the gray version of that one, but I ended up changing it back because again, I really liked the way it looked. So there I am choosing the gray one, wasted money for no reason, and I just ended up going back to that darker one because I think it looks really nice. So yeah, and then I just added just some simple paint to the other hallways, or the rooms that I knew were going to be hallways. And then so I went back to look at it just from the regular view, and I decided that I didn't like the way that wall looked, so I just changed it and made it a plain paint wall. So then here I am choosing a dining table for the dining section there, and I realized that the sofas were way too close since I knew there was going to be chairs there on the side. So I just moved them over. So I just brought out another dining table that I was potentially going to use, and then I also just brought out some more chairs, and then I just basically see which ones work and which one doesn't. So I ended up choosing just the plain white table, and then those pretty little elegant chairs. I feel like it makes those chairs are really like elegant looking, and they just make the space really nice. And then I realized that this room was a bit too small, so again I moved everything over because the dining table was like right behind the cabinets. And then this is when I realized that I was gonna have to change the floor plan because I really wanted to put a flat screen TV in front of the sofas, and I originally was gonna put a doorway there for the hallway, but that wasn't gonna work. So here I am putting a doorway there to the great room, and then I'm just gonna move over this bed here, and then I just keep adding more windows because I always like to add the windows pretty like early on just to see where it is that they'll fit good, and then also if I'm gonna add wall art, just to know if I will have space for that. So then here you see me adding that doorway, and I'm gonna turn that room into a walkway. And then I just added another bedroom because I really wanted this house to have two bedrooms. Then I just take a look at it from the exterior because I want to make sure that I like the shape of the house, because again, like I said, if I don't like the shape of the house, I will probably not end up keeping this house very long. So then I just add the same flooring since I knew that was going to be a hallway, and add another doorway there to the other hallway. And then that small room on the right hand side was going to be a restroom, so I added a door there. I add the concrete flooring to the garage. Then I just took a look at some potential rugs that I was going to use for the bedrooms. Then I just add the doorways to the bedrooms and to the garage as well. So then I'm just going to go around and add more windows to the bedrooms and just basically anywhere that I think they'll fit well in. So yeah. And then next I'm just going to go back into the living room, well, the great room, and add just some decorations and essentials. So the big flat screen TV that I said I was gonna add, and then I just went in to add the weather machine because it was getting dark where I live, so I wanted to make sure the game didn't start getting dark as well. And then that dining table was just screaming for a pretty plant to be placed there, so I added that one. I added the trash can. And then I just saw that lamp, and I knew I was going to want it to be on a little side table there. So there I am deciding which one would fit best. And I thought of using that gray one, but I thought it matched too much. And then since there's a lot of white in the room, I thought the white one would fit best because it'll just pop out more. And then the black lamp fit perfectly because of the black on the countertops of the kitchen. So that's what I decided to place there. And then I saw that bookshelf and I thought it would be perfect for the entryway. So I placed it there in the entryway. And I placed that pretty potted plant in the corner because potted plants always go best in the corners. And then I'm choosing some lighting options, looking at lighting options for the kitchen because I knew I wanted some for the little island there. And I ended up choosing those because they're just really simple. Again, black and white, and then I just turned them on to see how this room looks with it on. And yeah, I really like the way it came out. So that's that room all done. And then I'm just going to go in and add some wallpaper to that room there. And then I'm going to go into the little restroom. And I decided to use my favorite gray and black shallot sink, the black villa shower, and then I added this little computer desk because I decided to make that room kind of like a hallway but also a little section to do some work in. So then I just went into the garage and I added the laundry machines and just a little countertop to maybe fold some clothes in. And then I just added the trash bins and also the light that goes in the garage. So again, super simple and just the essentials that you would probably have in your garage. And yeah. So then I just turn on the light. I don't really know why I turn on the lights if it's not even dark. I just like to see how it would look. So there's a little overview that I was just taking a look at. And then I went in to put the toilet in there, and then I also put the toilet paper holder. So there's the restroom. I added a little plant because you can never go wrong with a nice little vase. And then I just added a phone to the little hallway slash little study area. And then I went back to the entryway and added just some decorations to the bookshelf and also a coat hanger in the corner as well. So as you can see, I kind of bounce around from room to room because I just get like distracted from items that I see in my inventory, and I'm like, oh, that would be really nice if I place it there, or I just like, once I see something, I want to place it right away. So then here I am going into the bedrooms. I added this really large bed, which probably isn't a good idea since the bedroom is really small, but I figured why not? I mean, it's just a bedroom, you're just going to sleep in it, so might as well just add that one. And then I ended up changing out that pink bed for this cute designer one. And yeah, I just used the matching nightstands, added some lamps, and then added some lamps here too. And that was basically it for the bedrooms because I couldn't really add much more or else your Sims would not even be able to use the the bed. So yeah, there it is, all done. And now we're just going to take a full tour of it. So here's the house all done. You can see the little car there, the planters and the bushes surrounding the area. Here's the entryway, so you just walk in, there's a bookshelf with some pretty decorations and then a coat rack in the corner. So really simple and not, too cluttered. So then this door leads you into the three-piece restroom. So I used the shallot sink, the villa shower, and then that neutral toilet there, and the toilet paper holder as well. So then straight ahead from the entryway, there's just a walkway, and it opens up to the big great room. So here are the great sofas, and then there's a big flat screen TV, a little potted plant in the corner, and then just a small little kitchenette. So I use the black and white homestead cabinets. There's the sink, fridge, and stove, and then here's the pretty elegant dining area. And then there's another hallway. When you walk into the entryway on the left-hand side, I just made it into a little work and study area with this computer desk. There's a phone and another potted plant in the corner. And then that opens up to another hallway where there are the 3 doors. 2 of them go to bedrooms, then the other one to a garage. So I just added a painting there because I felt like the bedroom was kind of empty and sad. So I added a pretty painting. And then here's the other bedroom. Again, really simple. And they have a TV. So that's pretty nice. And then the garage, super simple, just the laundry machines, the countertop, and then the trash bins. So then there's the garage. You could just open it up if you want to put your car in. And yeah, that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you stayed this long, thank you. I really appreciate it. And here's the grid. And yeah, thank you so much. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.